Hello and welcome to Module 8, restricting user to enter specific data in a cell. Many a times in an Excel sheet, you want the user to enter in a particular cell or in a range of cells a very specific data or a data within a particular range or satisfying a particular condition. Now you can achieve such controls by using data validation function, and in this particular module we will learn how to use data validation function to create a drop down list. And I'm going to use the product search window which we made to explain this particular feature. So let me first delete this information. Alright, so we did not enter the if function here. So let's leave it at the moment. We will see how to create data validation function here. Data validation function is available under the data tab of main menu, and it's here. So before we use the data validation function, let me first show you how this can be useful. Let me first correct this. This particular next formula has the if function, so I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Let's say I enter a wrong product ID. So what the user is going to get on entry of a wrong product ID, he is going to get an error, and this can lead to a wastage of time or the user getting frustrated. So we might as well prompt the user to enter only specific data. So this is how we use the drop down menu option for the user to select product ID from the available list. So I'm going to delete this and let's see how to use data validation. So you go to the cell where you want to control data entry, then click on data on the main menu, click on data validation here, drop down, and again on data validation. Under the settings tab, here is where you see what you can control. Right now by default it has any value, that means there is no control. So let's see what options we have for validation criteria. Here you have various options in terms of number, whole number, number with a decimal point, list, date, time, text length, and custom. Let's say you select whole number, then further you can have next criteria whereby whether that number is between or not in between or equal to or various other options. For creating the drop down list, we are going to use the list option and tick on in cell drop down, and then we have to provide the list. So here is where you provide the list, and you have to show the source of the array or the range by clicking here. You click here and select where is your list. So we are going to go to sheet 1 and we are going to select this range of cells where product ID exists. So I'm going to select this entire range, and of course this becomes useful when you have a smaller sheet and smaller range to cover. Otherwise it becomes a bit of a difficult task to select the entire range. So once we have selected this, we click OK. There are more options here, but first do this much and see the result. Go to this cell, you will see a drop down button appears over here, and when you click on that you will see all the options. So here we have the title screens, then we can select, in fact there is more on top. Okay, so here is where, so I can select any of the projectors. Let's say I select this, so there is no question of error appearing here in such case. Ideally we wanted this formula in this entire range, so we should have chosen this entire range and then applied this data validation function. But that's not an issue. You can just drag from the right bottom corner of the cell and drag it down till bottom to apply this formula. And I'm going to erase this. Now data validation is available on all this cell.